Hello buddy, welcome back to another episode of Just For It, where I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we made it to Ishgard, and we also started unlocking the different jobs around here. And today we're gonna go and continue. After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday's life seems rather dull in comparison. So we didn't see that trial earlier? Ah, your loss. Fury take me. The way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. He couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to. The blade was so big. Had to keep two hands on it at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with that temple knight for as long as he did. Felt like a demon from the deepest pits of the seventh hell, bellowing threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say that he must be a dark knight. But you didn't hear that from me, eh? In fact, I'm not sure. I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Ye gods, are you mad? We're standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only gonna say this once. So, as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every ilm of his body. But when it began to rise and envelop him in a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous are not so easily cowed. Alone be praised, I screamed myself hoarse when a temple knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say, man. A man was not made to wield such arts, yet I wonder, was he truly one of those? Well, it matters not. I heard the temple knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise, it'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It'll be as though he never was, and as though we never had this conversation. There's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. Perhaps sooner rather than later. Come on. Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No, no more. Enough. Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Lyn. Lyn. I have been waiting for you to open your eyes. You alright? You are moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. I'm Stray, by the way, and no, I am not a heretic. Try convincing a temple knight drunk on authority of that, eh? Shame the pompous R's got the better of me. How about you? You touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. A voice, eh? And a rather distressed one besides. Please, someone, anyone! Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you, what's growing within you, before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy, but the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do it without proper training, however, and well, it might hurt. So go ahead, ask me to teach you, ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. Hibba. Nice. What? Really now, I need to be... Oh, I need to be level 50, right. That makes so much sense. Let's go and turn into a paladin, which definitely won't offend him. I know you're still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or pedigree. We are free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, the authority of a name, these are tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields, figurative or literal. Here, my blade is your blade, my soul crystal, your crystal. Go on, take them. You'll need them soon enough. Quest complete. Dark Knight unlocked. Let's go and equip that, and I have insufficient armor. Wait, what? What is insufficient? I guess chestplate. I was gonna get rid of this velveteen cowl because I don't use it. Let's go and equip the best gear that I can. Then together with the scale mail. Not paladin, need to make a new one. There we go, Dark Knight. Alright, and then we have the blood gauge, which is basically just your tank stance gauge. Why is it so long though? I have an idea why. Anyway, let's go remove. Whoopsie. Remove that. Go into the mount guide. Randomize mounts. There we go. Provoke. Tank stance. Christ. Unment is that. Interject is interrupt. Low blow is over here. This is over there. That is over there. This is over there. And what the hell is this? It's the final one of these. Okay, yeah. There we go. Alright. Well, don't you look the part. Ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things right? Now bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, that strength comes at a cost. That is but one sacrifice though, and justice demands many. Say a man, a venerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways. He strides through the hoplon, secure in the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his wisdom, who knows how many others will suffer? Such was the dilemma faced by a goodly knight long ago. He knew that he would be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences, and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer that fear, and became who they wanted to be. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below. So as per usual, like with any other freaking tank, that's I need to put this in the correct button. There we go. As with any other tank, you have just your normal AoE, and then your normal 1-2-3 combo, your tank stance, your provoke button, low blow, which is just a stun button, unmeant, which is your ranged attack. Then reprisal is the same still, rampart is also still the same, and interject is all just roll action. So please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter. I didn't see him standing there. Wait, what? I didn't see him standing there, and I know that's no excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at the Temple Knight, and I tried to stop her, I did, but then he said she had to come with him, and if I could just tell him how sorry I am, maybe he'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bastard to intervene, it'd be too late by then. And the first time they've taken a girl her age, if she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after. And no, there has to be another way. His guardian justice. They might spare the girl, you know. Leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them to within an ilm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I knew you would. Everything is going to be alright, madam. When I'm through with those knights, they will not dare trouble you ever again. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Assuming they didn't just drag her into an alley, they've taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. The Honorable Sir Emmerich wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behavior under his roof. The Inquisition, on the other hand, well... So, that leaves the tribunal. If the girl is still alive, I imagine they'll make all manner of threats, come any closer when she dies and so forth. If so, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her, we're here for you. Once they understand she means nothing to us, they'll attack us or flee. I don't know about you, but I'm eager to find out which. Right. And then the game's gonna be like, hey, there's all of these skills that you just learned. You might want to check those out. Actually, let me just go and actually read on these. So this is just your normal range attack, 150. 150 for the first attack. The second one restores MP. And the third one also restores your HP. With a cure potency of 300. There we go. Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it. I dare say it fits you rather snugly in your hands. But don't worry about me. I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent... as I expect they shall, you may need to tap into your dark side to survive. It's not like drawing upon your own ether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage, that which lies in the deepest depths of your soul, makes for a potent fuel. But be warned, burn too much too quickly and you risk being consumed. Do not worry, Lynn. The first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Ah yes, I should have known you'd do that. Right, then, let's find the girl. Yep. This way. I really feel like this doesn't belong here. I think it's right over here somewhere, maybe. I guess we'll see. Damn it, girl, you're only making things worse making it worse for yourself. What the hell's with you? I've done nothing wrong. Why are the pretty ones always so daft? If I had a guild for every time I had to kill an unrepentant bastard like you. What the? Are you threatening a temple knight? Oh, you're very clever. Yes, I am. Now let her go. Enough of this. With me, girl. Now, one more word of protest and I'll toss your grandmother in a cell to rot. You three, seize this imbecile. Alright. Surrender or die! I think it'll be the other way around, but it's funny. I was about to say the same thing. Should have no mercy, Lynn. But bring everyone! Shit's gone mad! Reinforcements, eh? Looks like we'll have to even the odds. Search your soul for the darkness. We need but a sliver. Yes. Okay. Do you see, Lynn? The flames beckon. Immerse yourself in the flames and ignite your darkness within. Just so, as it burns hotter, so too does your strength swell. But drink not too deep, lest the flames consume you. Go up on your dark side and drive your foes before you. It's a chirurgeon, we're gonna set him because I don't want him to heal anymore. think like a third one will knock me down, yeah. Give it to me! Give it now! Right. That may have been a little bit too much. I do wonder what the freaking darkness meter over here even means. We need but a sliver, he says, while running through one of them. All this for a baseborn bitch? Do you know what you're doing? Oh, I do. I'm killing you and everyone else who gets in my way. Dang it, I missed. That's what I get for being blind, I guess. Really? You fucking healing bitch. Yeah. What is this? Interesting move. The next knight who bears steel, I'm not only going to kill him, but I'm going to kill his wife, his friends, and burn his goddamn house down. Frey doesn't give a shit. Thank you. Those of you who yet live, remember this horror. And you know that should you speak of it, it shall be visited upon you again 100-fold. It's difficult reading the stuff that's like in the middle of these fights. Or in the middle of these like instances. Because I don't have enough time to read it and I want to kind of like, you know, make at least somewhat of a spectacle from it. I don't know what to say, miss. Thank you. Thank you. I got a little carried away earlier. It's just that when I saw how they were treating my grandmother, I had to say something and... What? No one screamed your name? What? No one screamed your name. My grandmother called out, just the once, but that was it. Speaking of which, I should hurry back. I suppose I ought to say that I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm not. There's nights at it coming. Alone bless you for what you did. Well. Feels good, doesn't it? Strange, maybe, but a good strange, I'll wager. You tapped into something primal, a power nestled within you, yearning to be freed. As your understanding of this power grows, so too will your skill as a Dark Knight. You have done well, far better than I could have hoped. In fact, far better than I could have hoped, in fact, sorry. But there is still so much more to learn, so much further to go. I won't lie to you, Lynn, the risks will only increase. So, if you want to keep going, you have to trust in me. Can you do that? Yes. Good. That's a promise. Circumstances being what they are, it might be best if we parted ways for a while. Think of it as an opportunity to hone your skills in my absence. But don't worry, we will meet again. When the time is right, I'll be waiting where we first met. There we go. As we learn a new skill... As we learn a Flood of Darkness. The darkness. As we now have the dark side gauge. So, whenever you use Flood of Darkness, or Edge of Darkness later on, you will get a 30-second buff, basically. Like, your thing over here will have like 30 seconds on it, and it will give you a, let me check, increase your damage dealt by 10%. So this is like, you want to keep this going constantly. Also costs 3000 MP to cast like one of these things, so you can basically use like 3 casts of something. I'm gonna put you on that one, because you're my AoE variant. So this is the AoE variant. This is like 100 damage to all enemies in front of you. Later on we will also get a single target variant. Spoilers. Anyway. Now that we have done that, let us go and unlock the next one. That's the wrong place. Let's go do this. Time to unlock the final job of Heavensward. It's so weird for me not to say A Realm Reborn. But I'm happy that I don't have to say it. Because I'm kind of happy that I'm done with it. Anyway. You're awfully close, my lady. My prospectometer seems rather fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Odd garb, striking presence. Would I be right in assuming that you are one of those adventurous types? Ah, I thought as much. My prospectometer seldom lies, and let me just say you have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Ahem. Welcome to Sky Steel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But we are also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of the machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us and exploring the machinist discipline? Yes. You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise my prospectometer would not have registered your obvious interest. In my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name is Stephanivian. Stephanivian the Helenhards. And you are? Lynn, is it? Well, Lynn, allow me to welcome you once more to the Sky Steel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, it is our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about those tired old inventions. The future lies in machinery, a technology that weds the genius of Master Garland's Magitech with traditional etherology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline. And in the steady hand of a trained machinist, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, we should begin by familiarizing you with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson? Splendid. Now, the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire. Where in the hell is our master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Maybe the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship. And I might explain to you the particulars of the machinist's profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, my lordship. Left a letter for resignation on your workbench and all. Confound the man. We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Joy, prepare mine accoutrements. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lapels if need be. But my lordship, we ain't even sure where to start looking. You make a salient point, my dear. My prospectometer points to the lands of Lanoche. Ah, yes. I should have realized that he would return to his homelands. Lanoche, my lordship. Are you sure you want to go there? I hear it's a nasty place where folk will clout you across the face as soon as you look at... Wait, as they take a look at you? I don't know. Well, I must admit to little familiarity with its environs. Hark, Joy. The prospectometer chirps again. Of course, our aspiring machinist, we shall have the worldly Lynn here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corners of Eorzea, the wilds of Lanoche must be akin to a garden path. Is that not so? Aye, it is but a garden path. You see, Joy, my prospectometer never steers me awry. You will consent to guide us then, Lynn? Then it's settled. Joy here, in addition to her loyal service to House Helenhard, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark her technique well during our little jaunt. Or Little John, sorry, to Lenoche. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague destination. Ah, I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a camp overlook. Let that be our first port of call. We are going to hear that a hell of a lot, my friends. And I do not care at all. So, this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to clout a man in the face in the place of a how do you do. So we make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor. Let us rendezvous at this spot once we've gathered what intelligence we may. A bloke late of Ishgard. Oh, it was a stranger. Come about asking after one of our lads. Told him the sorry sod he was looking for was in the cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. You mean that big Rogan bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. Some of the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say how. Aye, I've seen him alright. Got himself a cold reception too. You can't come apologising for a deed a decade old, and just expect to be forgiven. I've heard your interrogations. 'Twould seem our man came here but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the winch, you say? Let us investigate this infirmary then. Whoopsie. Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory? Return with us to the manufactory and we can discuss more favourable terms. I understand that his guardians presently accord machinists rather less than the respect they deserve, but I promise you our worth shall shine through in due time. People will clamour to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now, Rostenthal? Rostenthal? Oh god, think of the future. Leave me be. One more step and I'll blow your yapping jaw off. Joy, if you please. You shite-eating bastard. Next time I'll aim for the shaft twixt your thighs. Are you not proud? 'Twas you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting, and spitting colourful profanity besides. Oh, the lass has learned me lessons well. Well, enough to be your new master marksmanship, I'd wager. Do you think so? Oh, but no, Joy's far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, we have this budding machinist who is simply dying to learn from the great Rosenthal. Buffalo shite. Any scrag was know me would rather I did the dying. There we go. Oh, just a look at you, the epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. Why ever did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? Because only pirates come old firearm like this, and I ain't gonna teach the machinist way to know O plus sausage finger adventure what you dragged off the street. Then you are saying that if our sausage finger's adventure shows a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct her? Did you hear that, Lynn? This is our chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. Gun. That's a huge gun. You have the look of an immense adventure about you. Fine, Stephanivian. I'll give your whelp one bloody chance, one lesson to see what she's made of. The fate of the Sky Steel manufactory, nay, the very future of machinistry, is in your sausage-fingered hands. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Machinist unlocked. That's insufficient armory space. God fucking damn it. Let me go and remove this for the moment. There we go. Remove all of that stuff, and then we also have this. As a disciple of war never changes. Not paladin, son of a... No! God dang. No! There we go. Jesus. Anyway. Oh yeah, right. I also have to change this entire freaking hotbar again. My favorite part. Fixing my hotbars. Anyway, this goes over there. This is that one. That one. Let's go remove that one. Don't really care much about that. This goes over here. That one I also don't care about. This one goes all the way up here. So spit shot, slug shot. And then this one. Okay. Then is this what I thought it was? I didn't put anything else on 2, right? Because I have... Wait a second there. Because I have that, that, and that. Man. It's always interesting when I need to like reconfigure my hotbars, because then it's like, but hey, wait a second. How did I do this? For a first timer, you look good and comfortable with that carbine. Pity that comfort will only last right up until you shoot the bloody thing. Right, here's a few pointers before we get started, so you don't put a round through your damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger, not too bloody hard, mind, and boom goes the firearm. It's your shots what will decide the kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, let's talk about the contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me that it draws on the ether in your body and turns it into the spark what'll feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your Soul of the Machinist. I based the design on the more traditional soul crystals, and it will act as a focal point for the energy conversion performed by the Ethero Transformer. Ah, that would be the contraption. Rostenstall mentioned. There we go. Alright, that's all you're getting for the now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket whipped cur. Them's your choices. Huh. Willing to take me test then, eh? The rules are simple. Or the rules are simple. Make your way towards the Emerald Oval and shoot what you're told to shoot. My apologies, I'm first getting shot. Yeah, I'm first getting attacked by this freaking thing. Stop missing, Lynn. I know you're lower level than this Condor, but... Jesus Christ, mate. Can you stop missing? Thank you. Anyway. I shall await you at the end of your trial, then. I have every confidence that you shall impress our instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. Right. Right, we're gonna have us a good old-fashioned hunt. Joy will be giving you instructions while I eyeball your marksmanship. Golems will be your first target. Focus on getting a feel for range and rhythm. Try to avoid them curls, you don't want to waste your ammunition. Right, defeat the Basal Golems. Right. I have not actually explained how Machinist works yet. I will, after we are done with this instance. Actually, I guess I can technically explain it over here. You just have your normal 1-2-3 combo with Machinist. Then you have off-global cooldown attacks with Gauss Round, which recharge every 30 seconds. Then you have Hot Shot, which just delivers an attack of 240 potency. And I think it's also off-global? Yeah. No, it's a weapon skill. Sorry. No, that's a global cooldown. Next up, we're running for bombs. Okay. Yeah. Fit training incendiaries. Yeah. And where, pray tell, are they? I think they would more be this way. Anyway, another skill that we get is Peloton, which is the same as the other thing. Head grace and leg grace and foot grace are also still very much the same as what they were before. Where are these freaking bombs at? Yeah, so there's a curl up there, but... Another skill that we have, which I have not explained yet, which is a machinist exclusive, of course, is Reassemble. Guarantees that the next weapon skill is a critical hit. It's only your weapon skills, though, so, you know, be warned about that. Can I hit you from over here? Yeah. 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 No? Dang it. I guess I'll run up here then. The thing you usually want to use Reassemble on, by the way, is like your strongest hit, which in our entire kit would be Clean Shot. This is 240, but this one does 270 damage, so... Not bad, lass, not bad at all. Let's see you against some proper nasties, though, eh? Rosenthal, ain't you done enough for a beginner? Yeah, that's... Ignore the Discord message. Not by a long shot. I want to see skins from a pair of Maya cats? What? You want her to fail? I ain't letting you cheat his lordship. If you're gonna bend the rules, then so will I. Do what you gotta do, lass. I'll be waiting for those skins at the Oval. Okay. Cheating scum. Come on, Lynn. I should just start fucking shooting at random. Also going against Peloton. Because why not? Once again, Machinist is not really a job that I've done that much research on. Regarding like how to optimally play Machinist. So I can't really give you like good tips on optimally playing. I would say I can't give you good tips on optimally playing anything. Or a lot of things in the case. But I'll just give you like the basic information that you would find useful. And another ringtail. Now where are these freaking docile tigers at? There they are. Yeah, that ringtail was gonna attack me. There we go. And now let's go and talk to your boy. Oh, are we done? I guess we're good. I guess we're done. Whatever. Right, on to the Hermit's Hovel. You bring them skins then? Even with young Joy's help, you did well, lassie. Huzzah! You will return to the manufactory with us then? Said she did well. Not that we was done. You still got one last target to take down. Me. Lynn's got talent, but even she can't win against Watsenthal. The man truly is being bothersome, Lynn. Would you be so kind as to give the instructor a good drubbing? Alright then. I'm about to kick your ass. And rush your shots, breathe fire, breathe think fire. Good work, then you can win this. Keep it up, Lynn is on his last legs. Swelling performance, you've saved the manufactory. Well, there you are, instructor. Lynn has proven her potential beyond the shadow of a doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? Alright, I'll come back to your bloody workshop. But do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland? Huh, I ain't got no love for Lanoche. In fact, I'd be happy if I never saw the place again. Then why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For a psycho guilt the size of my bloody head. I don't know who I was working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor. So I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory? Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I'd never seen the sod before. But if I show me face at the workshop, his bosses are gonna want the geld back, I reckon. Pity I already spent it all on grog. Oh, no. You'll not wiggle through my grasp that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return you will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through our door. Well, I've got one bugger worth teaching at least. Guess it's back to the frickin' arms of Lady Ishgard for me. The frigid arms. Sorry. The friggin' arms. Was that wise, my lordship? The Hailnard coffers aren't exactly fit to bursting. Oh, yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin, but I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two. You can't put a price on good people, eh, my lordship? That you cannot, my dear. Rosenthal may be a touch standoffish at times, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Such talk aside, I sense the business he had in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction. Would that the man would confide in me in his troubles. I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thoughts of his return. But you, Lin, you have exceeded my every expectation. Pray join me back at the manufactory that I might thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. Back to the manufactory. What the hell just happened? I did like burp, and I heard like a weird sound in my left ear. That was weird. We. Anyway. Ah, the savior of the Skysteel Manufactory. I'd hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledger counsels me to wear some prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm of the finest materials and latest design, I must humbly ask that you make do with the dated model I gave you at Camp Overlook. Ah, and I must also pass on a message to you from Rosenthal. We ask that you take the skills he has taught you thus far and master them in the furnace of the battle. Well, something to that effect. I assume he means to offer you further instructions once you display a sufficient level of competence. And such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents, Aelin. Yeah, my left... That's so weird. My left, like, piece of my headset is vibrating to the frequency of my voice. Or something, that's weird. I just hear it like doing like a sometimes. Anyway. We learn Hypercharge, which is an action that only recently changed quite a lot, actually. As we unlock the heat gauge. Let me go and put that over here. How does heat gauge work? Performing certain certain weapon skills will increase the heat gauge, and once it is high enough, the action Hypercharge will become available. Using Hypercharge overheats your weapon and allows the use of Heat Blast. And auto crossbow at some level too. So, at the moment, it's not really that important, in the sense that it will give us 5 stacks of overheated, which will last for 10 seconds, which increases the potency of single target weapon skills by 20. However, at some point you will learn Heat Blast, and then you will only use it for Heat Blast. But we'll see. I'll explain that once we actually get to it, because it can be slightly, I wouldn't say confusing particularly, but like, stuff kind of changes pretty quickly. Anyway, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV, and by the time that we reach the next episode, I'm gonna have leveled up everything of these freaking jobs to level 35. Goodbye.